So this is the proposed network diagram for the company I have been asked to implement the network diagram for. According to the previous network, we have made some major changes and make it more efficient and more fast in the in work as well as in other activities. In order to make organizational objectives much more faster and to do things much easier, we have changed the network and come up with a new network diagram. And this is the network diagram we have come up with for the institute. It is an educational institute, so this institute, the network will be mostly used by the students as well as the staff, which includes the academic staff as well as the non-academic staff, including the administrators of the network and the data center. And the students will be using the labs to access email, video conferencing facilities, browse the web, and as well as do other uh, edu educational work uh, using the computers as well as the network. So what we wanted to the major requirements of this network includes there are some major changes we had to be do in the new network diagram. So what the main objectives were scalability, redundancy, network security and QoS, and also update and integration, as well as data processing and speed, remote access, uh, reduce telecommunication and network cost. And also we wanted to reduce the paper usage within the institute, as well as reduce organizational cost, and also to implement new services to students as well as customers. So first we'll talk about scalability. Comparing to the existing network, the scalability of the network is very less. So whenever new students join, or whenever the institute grow, it is very difficult for the network to be made larger. So implementing new subnets as well as subnetworks will be a difficult task in the current system, the network. So what we have planned in the new proposed system is to make things much easier, making scalability easy. So making the network scalable means up to the next 5 years, it will be easy for the institute to add more and more computers, switches to the network whenever new staff and students join, as well as we will be making the network redundant. As you can see here in this network diagram, we have used redundant links between all the main building switches. So we have made two links, and also here we have three routers interconnecting each other. So whenever one net link fails, there will be alternate links to route the packets as well. You can see here in this uh, the main building switches as well, they have two links. So if one fails, there's one more link to connect them to the network and to route the packets. So in that way, organizational objectives will be uh, achieved, and there will be no fail time downtimes in the network, making things available 100%. And also network security and QoS is also a very important part of the organization as well as the network, where the security of the network is maintained, preventing unauthorized access to the network by users within the organization as well as users from outside the organization trying to access the organizational data. So this is very important, as well as QoS. QoS will be a very important part of the network, where when since will be implementing IP telephones as well, so UDP and TCP packets, they will also be maintained by QoS, and priorities will be given accordingly, so that packet loss will be maintained, and IP telephone conversations will be maintained well without any packet loss, so that there will be no problems in accessing the phones and having communications between. Update and integration also. So some network infrastructure functionality and other things will be changed, and then things will be updated, and more new systems as well as new equipments will be added into the network. And also data processing and speed will also be a major concern here, since more and more students will be joining, as well as there are a large number of students in the organization. Mm, the network must be provided with a fast data processing speed, where students can fast access data information via the internet fast, so that it would be easy for them to do their educational work as well as other work. And as also for the staff, teachers, librarians and non-academic staff, and for the administrators as well, they can do their work efficiently, easily, with a high data processing speed network. And also remote access will be a very important part of the network, where administrators can remotely access the network devices and configure them. So if there is any problem, for example during weekdays, if there's any if a network administrator comes to know or to receives a notification that there is a network failure, then the administrators can check the routers and configurations via remotely, so that time is not wasted, and things can be done easily, reducing and telecommunication costs. Network costs. Also we will be implementing IP phones, so that IP phones will be used to make communications within the organization, and as well it will be connected to a PSTN, where calls can be connected to the outside world, as well. Reduce paper usage. The use of paper usage will be reduced by limiting printing, as well as limiting email printing and reports. So mostly people will be using the system as well as reports, and also students will be encouraged to make soft copies rather than hard copies. And also students will be given more online exams, where paper usage will be reduced, and reduce organizational cost. Organizational cost can be reduced by allowing students as well as staff, non-academic and academic staff, to bring their own devices to their school, so that this number of devices will have to be provided from the institute, and the institute can provide remote access points, where users can connect to the network wirelessly, so that surf or browse they can browse the network.